What's up, my fellow traders? Hope you all having an awesome day. A quick one here on NatGAS, gold, silver, crude oil, starting with natural gas. And what do we have right here? And as you can see, we had a nice take profit hit, and that was clearly mentioned without ifs, without buts. And if you are a member, I've sent you yesterday one trade alert, an example, not a trade, not a live trade, but an example of a condition we might get here on natural gas. Exactly the same condition we have got. That is why I say it is not a signal group. It is a group for you to learn and look for the entry patterns and condition and learn from the trade alerts rather than using that for signals. So we have exact same conditions, but let me show you the clip from my last video so that we can connect the dots from there. Make sure you look for double top patterns as well. If we have a double top right here, we might see another push back down. So if we have these conditions, in that case, we are looking at the price to go towards the downside. So keep an eye on this condition. Double top is coming there, and with double top, we might get a divergence. With the divergence, let's say we have a long wick there and the price just pushes back down. In that case, the divergence will become the strongest here and it will signal the weakening in momentum. I've just sent a trade alert to my members with exact same example. So look at that same condition we are getting here in natural gas. So very simple, mark your rejection zones from the body till the wick, and you must see a signal like bearish engulfer. Red candles, bearish pin bars. So keep an eye. It is a crucial area from where we might see a pullback, a nice pullback that will be enough to hit your 1 to 2 ATR targets. Better reward to risk ratio, more than 1 to 1. I'm expecting at least 1.2 to 1 to 4 to 1 reward to risk ratio. I'm expecting if we get a condition right here with this divergence in the RSI. Now, perfect. So if you follow me, you know that I'll take 2 targets out of natural gas. If you follow me from last couple of months or years, you know the way I take my 2 targets. Number 1, the target 1 has been hit for me right here. Now it's totally up to me if you want to exit or manage my trades to target 2, which is something I'm expecting a price to get down to. Now, that was clearly mentioned that we can expect rejection from here, a bearish 382 candle, which is right here. A bearish 382 candle has been formed and that nicely pushed down. And what is the ATR? ATR is 6, and right here 6 or 60 pips target has been hit, which is my initial targets. And that is something we call patience and taking your trades with condition. Nice double top, price is pushed down from this double top, and what to expect from here. Now I'm still expecting a further push down out of natural gas. Now looking at on a daily time frame, we are still bullish for the long term. Now looking at the EMAs, we are above the EMAs, and looking at the weekly time frame, we have a strong bullish engulfing candle. So that is why we still have a room for the price to move inside this zone. But looking at this bearish pattern as well, if I see a weekly green and bearish red candle, in that case, we have a signal the price will fall from here. So if there is no signal, there is no entry. But I'm looking at the signal first, which is bullish condition that has formed first at and above 50 EMA. If you look here, that is a clear bullish engulfer on Owanda without any gaps up. So looking at this bullish engulfer, that is why I'm still looking at the price to push up at least to these levels, which was already mentioned in my yesterday's video. Now that is something for the long term. Buy till here, and if there is a sell condition from here like a bearish candle, in that case we will fall back down. Now coming back on 4 hour. Since the price nicely pushed down, I'm still expecting a further push down. Now we have 50 EMA. If the price holds at 50 EMA with red and solid green engulfer, only then I will go for my long trades. I want to see condition like this, but previous candle must be a red and then a green engulfer. Only then I will go long. If there is no condition and price just break and close below these lows, in that case we will turn completely bullish and double top pattern, and entry number 2 will be triggered. If we have a close below these lows, then with a retest, price will further push back down. Remember, we have entered the termination zone of head and shoulder pattern already, which is right here, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. And if that turns out to be a bearish red candle, in that case we have a head and shoulder pattern completed. But in that move down and in that pullback, we have an opportunity to take our buy trades that might happen on 4 hour above 50 EMA with solid bullish engulfing candle. So that is something I'll be looking at closely. Again, if there is no condition above 50 EMA, price falls, close below these lows. In that case, we have a confirmation the price will likely to fall further, and we're going to keep on selling NatGAS till the next level of support. So keep an eye on this platform. Now here on Ovanda, I'm going to go through NEMEX as well. On Ovanda, it is not a resistance level for me, or not a strongest level. That is why I'm simply looking for my buy trade. Since we already have a strong bearish candle that confirms a bearish double top with an engulfing candle, there's still a chance the price will pull back half of this candle, entry here, and then we can see another fall back down. So that is something I'm expecting if that closes as a bearish engulfing candle. Otherwise, if there is no condition and price forms bullish engulfer above 50 EMA, in that case on this platform it will be an invalid bullish pullback entry. Since there is no new high, I will not take a pullback entry above 50 EMA. Instead, I will just wait for the price to break above these highs for my next pullback entry bullish. So let's see how this close. This close will confirm the price is likely going to push down further, and if we break below these lows, we're going to fall back down. So let's see how this close. Buy will only happen once we are broken above these highs. Otherwise, I'm not buying natural gas on this platform. Coming here on NEMEX, now exactly same as Ovanda. No buying will happen above 50 EMA. Now because I have a reason and one of my rule has not met for the buy entries. For buy entries, very simple. I want to see a break above these highs. Once we are broken above these highs, only then we are going to go for the next long trade. So I'm not buying NatGAS unless and until we are broken above these highs. Otherwise, if there is a likely fall, price break below these lows, we can see a further fall out of natural gas. So the double top has been played out and we are getting a push down. Broken below will trigger next entry bearish, and we're going to keep on selling natural gas. Already mentioned these entries in my last video with clear condition, and if you have not taken it, then you need to fix your trading psychology, because fear is something that is avoiding you to take your trades. If you have a stop loss there, if you have your risk management, a good risk management, if you follow, then there is no need to be scared of taking these valid entries. So only bearish for natural gas till we are not broken above these highs. We might see some consolidation and then price will decide if we want to push up or lower. For now, I'll wait with patience for the next entry confirmation. Next up, we have gold. Now, if you look here on a daily time frame, gold has formed a double top pattern. Now, that is not a valid double top according to my rules, since there is no resistance behind. Now, looking at the first top and the second top right here, this push down was expected. I'm expecting further push down if I'm looking here on daily time frame. Expecting a further fall at least to 3154 or a little bit higher, because the EMA will also move higher. So I'm expecting a move down at least till 3203 right till here, till these lows. And from there, we can see further fall and then rejection at 50 EMA, and then price will likely to push up. That is something I'm telling you with experience, how price action move. We have a double top. And if you see, we have a clear divergence in the RSI, right here, high, and right here, lower highs. So we have a weakening in momentum for now, looking at this double top pattern on daily, and for the long term, we can expect some fall. And then after this fall, that is short term, we can see a trend continuation towards the upside, and gold will likely to continue to push up in a trend. But this is the room expecting for the price to push lower. So keep an eye. I'm not buying. Instead, I'm only looking to sell gold at this point. Buy will only happen once the price get to these levels, and that is only for the short term from these levels. And that is a minor anchor level. The major anchor level is right down here, which is something I'm looking at for my buy trades for the long term hold if that fall happens. So keep an eye. I'm expecting a push down. Looking at this double top on daily, we have got and expecting a price to break below 50 EMA and start to look for my bearish pullback entry. Only bearish trades still we see and likely fall to the next level. So buying will be very risky at this point. Next up, we have silver. Silver is in the range, and looking at gold, we might see a fall of silver as well. So I'm not looking for any trades out of silver as long as we are not broken above these highs, and as long as we are not broken below these lows. So it is just a range trade. You can see a push up, reject, push down, reject, push up till we see a nice breakout above or below. So that is what we need to make sure. If we have broken below these lows, then we can see a possible fall back down. If we have broken above these highs, we will see a likely push up to these levels, which I've already mentioned in my videos. For now, expect some range out of silver up and down. That is all we are expecting, and not buying or selling silver at this point until and unless I see a clear indication, a clear signal out of silver. Finally, we have crude oil. Crude oil is still ranging and it is still inside this previous anchor. So as long as we are not broken above this anchor, which is 60.15, once we are broken above this anchor and close as well, in that case we'll see a likely fall. Now a good example of copper I want to add here, because in my previous analysis of copper I've mentioned that if copper is not broken above these highs, even that is above 50 EMA, and it was not broken above these highs from this anchor, it has fallen down. So that is something I'm expecting from crude oil. Again, copper analysis was given in my previous video. Feel free to check that out. Similar condition we are getting here on crude oil. As long as we are not broken above these highs and close, we are still bearish for crude oil. I'm not buying crude oil. If we are broken and close above these highs, this little yellow box, in that case I will only buy with pullbacks and keep on buying crude oil till we get to the next major level, which is right up there, which I'm going to mention in my upcoming videos in case you have missed it. So that is it. And my bot has just triggered a signal for the buy as well. And TP is not too far, which is right till here. It is something I'm going to mention in my weekend's video about the results of this trading bot. So that is it for today's video. Hope you got a value. If yes, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.